Hey, welcome back to Mobility Project. Tonight's MobilityWOD is dedicated to my U.S. Coast Guard helicopter rescue swimmers, my boys who were just in Atlanta. This one's for you. Mainly I'm thinking about how do we fix swimming problems. One of the big issues is, can I generate a lot of internal rotation? And if I don't have internal rotation in my shoulder, especially as I go from hollow position to pull, then my shoulder ends up coming forward and I destroy my shoulder. This becomes particularly tricky when I'm swimming in open seas. My head is up, I tend to break. And what you'll notice is that when I overextend my back, I go from this much internal rotation to full internal rotation when I pull down. So what you'll notice is that if you break, you actually are physically blocked. And a lot of the problems we see when athletes are short, they overextend to compensate, they lose internal rotation. As soon as we can open them up and get them into hollowed position, magically everything turns on. And that's a function of being able to get into a mechanically better position and have all of your load traps. Hey, G-Star, have all your load traps turn on. So what we're really talking about is being able to get a good position. There's the hollowed position, making sure that I can pull, and then I have the full internal rotation. So here's what we're going to work on tonight. I got 3 magic spots. Number 1, we're going to go ahead and take our jump stretch band above the sleeping swimmer children. I don't want to reinforce having my shoulder in a good position or a bad position. Instead, I'm going to always have thinking about cultivating good positions. So the band is pulling my shoulder back to the back of the socket. I'm going to put my hand behind my back here. And the new piece of this is I'm going to grab my own arm in the back and lift it up. So I'm going to get a big tension. If you need to double the band, that's fine. Hold you back. And then I'm going to add and pull and push across and keep pulling that arm behind me into a good position. And then I'm going to go ahead and just wind that whole sucker up with the head. Oh, it's terrible. Camp out. Let's try to get a minute or 2 each side in this position. Try to mobilize with your breath. Keep taking up the slack. And I keep taking up the slack by pulling across, more an extension, pull across. But you'll notice that when I do that, my shoulder comes forward. The band helps me to keep my shoulder back in a good position. And then I really can hit these corners and tie that in. Test retest will be, you'll see that it feels different. And that's a really easy fix about opening up that shoulder, especially when I have to go from hollow to pull. That's homework number 1. Homework number 2 is we're going to go ahead and get you on the front and unglue this first rib, or second rib rather, it's probably second and third rib, underneath the clavicle. I'm looking to unglue the subclavius in here, pec minor. I'm going to do that, but again, biasing this internal rotated position and then smashing that lacrosse ball, bam, into that pec, rolling into that corner, looking for something, and then seeing if I can get my weight up and on it. So I'm going to keep taking up the slack, which really winds that up, and then I'm just going to hunt around and try to go right along the bottom edge of that, or the border of that scap, or that clavicle. Open it up. If you find a tricky spot, take a big breath, hang out in there, and then just move around, see if you can find what's going on, okay? And look, I even lift up, drive into that thing, okay? Homework number 3. One of the big limiters of internal rotation is your extra rotator package. Infraspinatus, etc., etc. What you need to know is that lives back here. If that stuff is short, boom, I can't get to internal rotation. So this is what some of the kids at the gym solved, and great suggestion on the MWOD. You can put the ball back in this wad back here, infraspinatus, teres minor, right here on this kind of mass. I'm going to lean up against the wall and bury it. And then I'm going to go internal and external in those positions. And then I'm going to swing my arm back and forth. And by getting around the corner, I'm able to get my arm further back and almost into an open sculling position. Internally rotate, reach up. You'll find that spot. There you go. Undo that neural tension. As soon as that relieves, you'll notice that that's a big deal. This is the kind of thing you do when you just get yourself unglued, like ungluing the quads, ungluing the hamstrings. But knowing your anatomy, knowing that external rotators might limit that internal rotation, that's the homework. So 3 pieces, each side. Go swim, go save some people, go be the badasses that you are. We'll see you tomorrow.
Say see you tomorrow, ladies.
See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.